Imagine waking up not to a ringing alarm clock, but to the rhythmic jhang, jhang of a bamboo staff striking the dirt outside your window. You rush outside, completely skipping your morning routine just to get your hands on a warm, sweet bread bangle. Today, we are taking a nostalgic journey to a beautiful Goan village to explore the life and legacy of a true community pillar. Welcome to our next story breakdown. This warm, nostalgic account centers on the author's childhood memories of the local village baker. In this tight knit Goan community, the baker was so much more than just a simple shopkeeper. He was a familiar, deeply trusted presence who supplied daily bread and sweets, actively participating in the vibrant social life of the village. The craft of bread making in Goa actually carried strong traces of earlier Portuguese influence. Even though the colonizers had long since left, their incredible skill in bread making lived on through these local bakers who were commonly referred to by the Goan name Padar. The baker's daily routine was an event everyone looked forward to. He visited the village twice a day, announcing his arrival with that signature onomatopoeic jhang, jhang sound of his long bamboo staff. He would walk from house to house, perfectly balancing a heavy basket of fresh bread right on his head. While most of the adults bought the standard plain loaves, the author completely adored the small, ring-shaped sweet treats known as bread bangles. In those days, bread was essentially a fashion statement when served with a steaming cup of tea. In fact, the author was so obsessed with these bread bangles that he would sometimes completely skip brushing his teeth just so he could eat his treats sooner. But this bread was not just for quick breakfasts. It held a deeply special place in Goan culture and was absolutely central to local celebrations and social rituals. One specific type of bread, a sweet round loaf called bol, was incredibly important. It was a mandatory inclusion in marriage engagement gifts and was the star feature in festive occasions like Christmas. Because certain cakes and confections could only be properly baked in the baker's traditional clay or brick furnace, that intense oven became the beating heart of village life. Moving from the food to the man himself, the baker's attire was highly distinctive and peculiar. He traditionally wore a unique one-piece frock called a kabai, which reached all the way down to his knees. Over time, they also wore trousers that were a very specific length, somewhere right between full pants and shorts. This look became so iconic that anyone wearing half-length trousers in the village was playfully described as dressing like a padar. When it came to business, the financial arrangements with the baker were informal but highly systematic. Instead of paying daily, the baker usually collected his payments just once a month. To keep track of the tab, the household accounts were simply noted in pencil right on the physical wall of the house. Baking was widely known to be a very profitable and flourishing trade. The prosperous, plump, and well-fed physiques of the bakers were walking proof that the profession brought in a very steady income and commanded great respect. Ultimately, this story underlines the immense value of small-scale livelihoods and cultural heritage. While changing tastes and modern shops have caused the prominence of the village baker to decline over time, the warm memories of their daily visits remain incredibly strong. The chapter evokes a deep respect for everyday artisans, reminding us how food, clothing, sound, and personal relationships beautifully weave the social bonds that sustain an entire community.